All right, welcome everybody. Hey, this is day 9 of PhotoPea, and in this episode, I'm going to give you a tutorial on how to transform your selfie into a marble sculpture. So the first thing you're going to need to do is go find the marble sculpture. Just type in Roman sculpture, Greek sculpture, whatever it is, and then you're going to be doing sort of like what's called a face swap on that sculpture. So the next step is you're going to need to use your webcam to take a photograph. And then with that photograph, we're going to desaturate it and then adjust it so that it fits the face here. So as you can see, I've got a webcam photo here. I'm going to then take and I'm going to need to crop it down. I'm just going to be using the face, so I'll just use the marquee tool to get, basically from the neck up. I'm going to then remove the rest of that. So what I'll do is I'm going to select inverse, which is Control-Shift-I, and then hit Control-X. Okay, next step of the process is I'm going to cut the face out. So I'm going to use the ellipse. Remember, again, this is under marquee. You just do a right click, click ellipse, and then you're going to basically maybe create an oval around the face like that. And again, I'm using the inverse key, so Control-Shift-I and then Control-X. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to desaturate this. Okay, so desaturate is Control-Shift-U, and that will take all the color away, Control-Shift-U. And then what I need to do is enlarge this, so I go Free Transform. And I'm then going to size it over the top. Maybe that's a little too much. Okay, something like this. And then what I need to do is to go over and colorize it. So using Control-U, remember U is our color key. I'm going to hit colorize this little square down at the bottom. And then what I'll do is I'll change the saturation. I'm trying to match the marble. Okay, so marble's a little bit yellow. And see if we can't get this to get somewhere near that. Okay, so like that. And then I hit OK. The next stage is I'm going to go over and I'm going to start erasing on the webcam shot. So I'm going to hit E for eraser. I'm going to go up to the top. I'm going to change the brush size to something, about there. And I'll change the hardness down to soft. Okay, so you go in 0%. And the opacity, you can move it. I like to work, somewhere around 14 or so. Maybe I'll enlarge the brush diameter here just a bit more. And then what I'll do is I'll come through and I'll begin to work around the edge, erasing it so that it matches up and is sort of camouflaged, where we get a nice transition and you won't know where the photo starts and where the sculpture ends. So we go around. I'm going to actually replace my ears with the ears of the person in the sculpture. There we go. Come over here to the jawline. Okay, and this might take you some time, especially if you're working with only 14% opacity. The thing about using such a low opacity is that you can work super slow and get it just right. So we'll see if we can't do that. Real quick before we leave though, I'm going to amplify the values on this portrait. And so the way that you do that is using levels. I'm going to use Control-L. Okay, so if you would hold down the Control key and hit L, and this will show up. Don't be worried about this. What you're concerned about are these little squares at the bottom of the chart. And so by moving them left or right, you can get the values to match up a little bit better. That, and I hit OK. And that's pretty much it. So thanks for joining me, you guys. And this was how you turn a photograph into a sculpture. And I'll catch you in the next video.